Alright guys, one of my favorite parts about this car is the exhaust. So I'm gonna jump in. You're gonna hear it in comfort and you're gonna hear it in race mode. So comfort mode. Race mode. Guys, MK is back on YouTube, and to open our first series we have a E63S 2018 powered by Khushi Motors. We're gonna give you guys a quick review. We've had some seat time in this car, we've had it for a few days, so now I think it's the right time to give you my 2 cents on the E63S and how it feels, the electronics, how it looks, how it drives. We're gonna go get some lunch in it and then we're gonna drop it back to Khushi Motors, so stay with us, be with us throughout the day in the life. E63S. The inside of the E63S is beautiful. The car is luxurious, it feels amazing, and it sounds amazing. So yeah guys, join us. From here we're gonna go get something to eat, go and drive the car around, and we're gonna drop it off at Khushi Motors and show you the other stuff they have to offer as well. Join us, twende, ingia gari. What's happening guys? So now we're making a move. We're gonna go get something to eat and of course put fuel in it. As you can imagine, inakunywa petroli. Yeah. So yeah, E63S. I mean, at the end of the day, let's start with it being a sedan. It has to do normal things. It has to be a daily driver. And when you pop this thing into comfort mode, the car is civilized. It's calm. The suspension gets a bit softer. The exhaust valves close, so the car is not loud, and yeah, you can cruise around. The car feels big, it feels wide on the road. I mean, there's no getting away from that part of it being an AMG. So if you think it's gonna drive like an E200, it doesn't. It's a little bit more stiffer and a lot more faster. But yeah, here we have we're in Kenyan right now. We're gonna be on our way to Khushi Motors to drop this machine off, but before that let's go put some petrol. And I'm hungry, so let's go get something to eat. And even in comfort mode, it becomes a beast. You just have to flick that downshift button once and the car comes alive. And it's calm, it's relaxing. I wanted to talk about the gearbox. So this gearbox has actually really impressed me. It's extremely fast, it's extremely responsive. After doing a bit of research, I realized that it's not a dual clutch. It's what you called an MCT. Okay, multiple clutch transmission. So it has multiple wet clutches that are ready to engage. It's not the same order as a DSG, whereby DSG lines up the gears like odd and even numbers. They're all wet clutches, and it's a 9-speed. They call it an auto, but it's an MTC. It's called a speed shift by Mercedes Benz. That's what Mercedes Benz calls this gearbox. So it's its own thing, and that's why I keep coming back to the fact that this car is extremely technologically advanced. You can feel it when you drive it. I just enjoy being in it because it's worth that money, That's in comfort mode. The car gets up and goes. But I don't have petrol, so let us pull up to Shell here, put some fuel. So we are very good friends with the guys here at Shell Kabwagi. Their fuel is good. Let's fuel up this baby. This is my buddy here, Saad. Let me show him the car before we put some fuel. Machine bro, all-wheel drive. You can make it rear-wheel drive.
Really?
Yeah, you flip
It's
the.
not full time?
It's not full time. It's 4matic Plus, bro. The way it hooks 600 horsepower is a machine, bro. It's
Proper
a monster,
sideways.
bro. You can and you see now it has the all-wheel drive, so it actually puts the
Yeah.
power down. But yeah, machine, bro. What a car! 600 horsepower, and it has like the 4matic Plus. So you hold the levers in and it becomes rear-wheel drive.
Okay, bro.
It becomes rear-wheel drive, man. Monster, monster. Very nice car. Hey, it doesn't want to tupa you, you know.
Yeah, the tire size.
It hooks, bro. It hooks. We cut the steering wheel a bit this way. But it's called multi-clutch wet system. It's a 9-speed multi-clutch wet system. So everything is unique, everything is extremely engineered, and it feels like it, bro. It feels planted, it feels fast, and also it's luxury. You know, inside is nice. AC all the way in the back.
And have those the bucket seats.
That's another thing. It's always hot. You park the car, you're just hearing the fans. No soft close, imagine. When I thought it would be soft close. No soft. So we just gotten something to eat, and now we're on our way back to Khushi. And I just wanted to just talk about the different modes on this thing. In comfort mode, the car is extremely nice. It's supple. You can also turn off the exhaust independently. There's a button right here which allows you to actually keep the car in comfort and enjoy the exhaust. I think that's nice. They've really thought about everything, and that's what I love this car as a package. The thought that has gone behind it, you feel it. Everything is where it's meant to be. The car doesn't do anything confusing. Oh, M5, nice. Nairobi is moving crazy nowadays, and that's why I think, I don't know, if you're gonna buy one of these big luxury sedans, I like the E63S, man. I really, really like this car. So, a few specs about this thing. 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, 600 horsepower, 620 newton meters of torque. If those figures don't confuse you, they confuse me. So we can just leave it at that. It truly is a powerhouse, this car. There's no roads for it, bro. Like, there are no roads for you to actually ping at this thing. I mean, unless you can tow it at night, expressway things. But it sure is fun to know that you have that much power under your foot, man. And it's so easy to put down. The all-wheel drive system on this thing, of course. And another thing about the E63S, which a lot of people actually, I've come to realize, do not know, it has a drift mode. If you hold down the traction control for a while and it's in race mode and you flick the up and down paddles together simultaneously, the car goes into drift mode, meaning it's rear-wheel drive then. I mean, which other monster all-wheel drive V8 do you know that can do that? I mean, I think also the M5 used to be able to do that as well. I think it still does, and I think it's a brilliant feature because you have different monsters, and that's what I said. This car, for that. Okay, so this thing is being sold for 13 million shillings at Khushi Motors, but for that price, the amount of cars you do get, it's kind of crazy. You get a couple of different cars. You have your luxury sedan. You can go to work every day. You can carry everyone in the back. The back is fantastic, by the way. When you reach Khushi Motors, I'll show you around the car. But the back is comfortable. The seats are lovely. It has AC vents, places to charge your phone. it truly is an E-Class, but with some other insane engineering underneath it. So what would you guys, I want to know people's opinions in the comments. This M5 CS, I think, because this is an S, M5 CS is a good comparison, or a RS7. Like, what are your thoughts on all of them, and what do you like about one, what don't you like? The last time we did this poll, a lot of guys were into the M5, and I get it, I love the M5 as well, but this is something about the way the Benz carries it. It looks like a wolf in sheep's clothing, and then you downshift and then you pass somebody and he's shook, he's confused, you know. The torque, bro, it pushes you in the seat and it leaves you there. And this gearbox is actually crisp, it's quick. Don't forget, we have a 9-speed gearbox, so if you're gonna leave it in auto, you're not gonna feel it like totally. That's why I like the paddles, because you can play around with the gears. And I wanted to do this review like this because this is normal driving conditions. We've not timed it specially. We're driving back, we've had the car, I've experienced it. It is a weapon. When you wanna drive it fast, it's extremely fast. Like, yesterday I was driving it and my cameraman was panicking a lot. You can't blame him, but one thing I'll say, it's easy to understand. The car, like, you can feel the technology that's underneath this thing. It guides you, it helps you, and like I said, it's point and shoot, man. You don't have to worry too much. You still have all-wheel drive. You have all the Mercedes Benz. It also has a lane keep assist. It has all the bells and the whistles. The infotainment system is crisp. Burmeister audio, heated, cooled seats. So many adjustable modes for the seat. Pano roof with a little bit on the back, and Alcantara, leather, carbon everywhere. I mean, as a unit, it's a machine, man. So yeah, I'm kind of fanboying because I am a Mercedes guy. I love Mercs, and it just proves it. Like, I'm actually very, very happy with liking Mercs after seeing this thing, because the engineering, the way it feels, the finish. See that AMG there, the carbon weave in the sun through the panel roof. Me and Robert here have our heated and cooled, our cooled seats kicking. We have AC on. I'm obsessed, man. Even when you look out, you know you're not just in a normal car. There's the crazy carbon side mirrors. That bulbous hood. The hood has all these curves and definitely makes you feel special. So yeah, you can see we're just here in traffic. Bruh, it's quiet inside here. The only noise that's coming in is through the tilted panel roof, so it also tilts, which gives it that, you know, that mean mafia look, kidogo. So quickly, I'll just show you guys through the infotainment system. So as you can imagine, this car is extremely electronically complicated, but the good thing is about that, you get to see everything as the car moves on. So this is actually a way for you to see your amount of brake, gas pedal. As you can see, I'm pressing the brake. We're stopped in traffic, it's 17%, who knew that? And as you boost, you'll see the load on each spring on the system. It's incredible. And I'll show you another screen here. There's dynamic data, there's vehicle data, there's engine data. So here we have our Newton meters and our kilowatts, which is the power to the wheels, temperature, oil pressure. I mean, the fact that you can see all these things is fantastic as well. And yeah, it's an amazing infotainment system. Of course, climate control buttons are here, so you have hard buttons for your climate. But if you want to go a bit crazy, there is a climate control system inside the system here. You can actually add scent, so there's a perfume inside the glove box. You can add that. You can filter the air, you can control the airflow in the back. You can control your seats. So these cars also have massage seats. Missy Sumbui na watu. Tuko na E63. Everyone can do whatever they want to do. Us will hold our spot. As you can see, we have massage seats, automatic bolsters. We have lumbar support. So it is a full spec car, and I know a lot of people don't get into these things, but this car has every bell and whistle you can imagine. Let's check this consumption out here. So it's giving us 1.8 kilometers per liter. What? 1.8 kilometers per liter. And it's gone as low as 1 and as high as 5. So the best we've done is 5 kilometers per liter, bro. So if you can afford 30 million shillings for this car, you shouldn't be complaining about petrol. Us, we're reviewers, so of course petrol hurts our pockets, but we do it for you guys. And I mean, it's a luxury, it's an honor to actually experience this car, so we're lucky. I'll do it again. E63S, my people. Look at the steering with the AMG, the Alcantara. I don't know if you agree with me, this Alcantara feels different, Amma. Mercedes is using some different Alcantara. It feels supple. And this is an S. So the S has Alcantara and leather and this little white lines around. As you can see, even on the seats, there's a bit of Alcantara. And it's actually very nice because you're not sliding around the leather. It's actually gripping your body and your shirt, you know. Which I love. So you can actually also configure the car. You can do your own. So you know the way it has sport, dynamic. Every mode has different stuff. So the engine is in moderate, the transmission is in D, which is it's in automatic, comfort mode, suspension, balanced exhaust, ESP is on, and you can now create your own. What is happening today? Mbona kuna rola karibu na sisi? Boss, focus on your lane. And yeah, we have cruise control, we have lane assist, and also hands-free driving. So this car has a very cool feature whereby when you do, if you're on a road in Kenya which has all the road lines, it will actually steer the car on its own. The buttons are over here, parking control, automatic braking, and it also has a lift system. So you can actually lift the height of the car if you are in any issues. Bruh, it's kind of crazy. IWC, watch over here. Every second a minute I just notice more and more things, and it's definitely an amazing car. I know guys might think I might be, you know, fanboying a bit, but even when you look at this car, its specs are very comparable to a supercar. The amount of things it offers, it's kind of a no-brainer if you want to start building your collection and you want to have something cool and fast that you can drive all the time. And this, the buttons, the alloy buttons everywhere. Machine, man. Oh, one more thing I didn't talk about. This car, when you're in comfort mode, it actually shuts off 4 cylinders. So it becomes a 4-cylinder vehicle when you're in traffic. So it has that availability. Sometimes when you're driving the car, you'll see a V8 and then you'll see 4-cylinder as well. So it actually has that ability, which is phenomenal. I don't think we ever used it because as you can see our fuel figures, but the fact that it can do that is lovely. Just to give you that extra angle, I'm gonna give you a small POV look at how it looks. As you can see, we have that little 8 over there that shows that the car is running on 8 cylinders, which when it's in comfort mode, sometimes you can actually see the car shut off some cylinders for fuel economy. But we're driving an E63S, we don't want to shut off any cylinders, V8 all the way, V8 all the way. So yeah, as you can see from the driver's seat, you're in a fantastic position, man. Look at that interior. I love this waterfall dash, gives you such a nice sensation. That cluster, man, that cluster looks good. Kuna polisi hapa. So yeah, man. There is a stop. Aye. But yeah, I think the only pressure about this thing is driving this 30 million shilling car. Everyone's doing what they want to do. Yep. So yeah guys, here we are pulling up to Khushi Motors, aka Car Guru in Kenya, in Nairobi. So yeah, time to say goodbye to this baby. So we're gonna step out right now. I'll walk you guys a little bit around the car, show you a few stuff around the car, and we hand it over, and that's the end. do fit? Swing it in this way. Good. Hop out, guys. I can show you a little bit around the E63S. Just the outside stuff, you know? Sema. What a machine, man. Ah, bro. What a car. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm hiding.
Hii kitu hakuna kitu kama hii. How are you?
How are you?